Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today we got 7.39. I can't believe it. I feel like 7.38 hasn't been that long. I mean, I'm a little bit bored of playing like Warlock and Jakiro, but honestly, yeah, I mean, I'm excited to have 7.39. Let's break down what's good, what's not, and let's get into it. All right, we're starting off with the general map objectives. First of all, Tormentor has been moved back 5 minutes to minute 20. The shield is lower, so it's a bit less tanky, and the barrier regeneration has also per minute has been lowered, but okay, I mean, there's some math to it. I wouldn't worry about that too much. Roshan, the slam hero duration increased from 2 to 4, so this is the slow, and the non-hero duration from 4 to 8. So yeah, you can get giga slowed by Roche now, which is pretty annoying. Honestly, I don't really like when Roche is strong. I generally feel that Roche is already scary enough to take, that they don't need to make it stronger, but okay, incoming damage buff duration increased from 8 to 12 from Roar of Retribution. This is where Roche roars and disarms you. Health trigger threshold from 80 to 85. Now cast even if Roche is silenced or stunned. That's interesting. I didn't even know that worked like that. Now gives Roshan a strong dispel on cast. Oh, sure. I guess don't shackle him when he's around 85% health as Shadow Shaman. Now triggers a message visible to everyone. What? Alright, I mean, you truly can't sneak Roche later on into the game now. Strength of the Immortal. What is Strength of the Immortal? Is that just his... Okay, that's just how strong Roche gets. So Roche is just stronger now, which I really don't generally personally like, but I bet they have a reason for it. I just personally think Roche is hard as is. Terrain changes. I'm not going to cover most of these because honestly reading them is like near pointless. You kind of just have to see it and feel it in game. So we're going to skip past this. Basically, they moved a bunch of ramps and trees. That's all you need to know. I'll cover the important ones in a video down the line, so make sure you're subscribed. The only main thing that I noticed when I was reading through it very quickly is that Watchers now can't be activated before the start of the game. I don't know exactly what they determine as the start of the game. I'm gonna have to assume it means minute 0, so after the bounty runes, right, when the bounty runes spawn. And they no longer display the green AoE ring potential vision when hovering sentry and observer wards, and they now only display their potential vision areas when holding Alt. So yeah, a couple of changes to Watcher, but the big one is you cannot take them before the game starts, which is a big thing that would, at least in High MMR, was giga common, where everyone was just taking all the Watchers. Okay, one of the weirder changes before we get into items and heroes is that for general changes, lifesteal amplification and spell lifesteal amplification are now one thing, and it's called health restoration. Provides a percentage increase to the health gained from lifesteal, spell lifesteal, and health regeneration, so it affects literally everything. Also decreases those values when negative, sure. Positive and negative sources of health restoration stack diminishingly with each other, okay? So, you know, pretty standard, I'm not gonna go over the math. Basically, it's like armor, where the more you have, the worse it gets. Health restoration cannot go lower than negative 100% or higher than 100%, sure. Sources of heal amplification now stack additively with each other instead of diminishingly. Heal amplification stack additively? Heal amplification can no longer go lower than 100% and has no upper limit. Whoa. I mean, to me, that seems kind of insane. I mean, how many situations, I guess, are you getting of over 100% heal amp? Maybe it's actually lower than I think. But they stack additively. I actually didn't know it was typically diminishingly. This will affect, I mean, for instance, like a hero like Chen, this is nice, right? Where, you know, if you have multiple sources of heal amp, I wonder what that would be. Does that count like Locket and his E? It's kind of a confusing one, guys. Again, something I'll cover in another video. It's definitely a bit of a weird one. Also, one other thing is effects that root and disarm are now considered bind effects, which will now have the status effect bound overhead. Yes, I mean, this isn't anything new per se. It's just something that reads different. You're just rooted and disarmed. Okay, Blink Dagger no longer has an overshoot range. For everyone who doesn't know what this means, let's say Blink Dagger has a maximum of cast range of 1500. If you were to click 1600 units with your Blink Dagger, you would blink like 1300. It's a very weird mechanic that's been in Dota for forever, and now they just got rid of it, which is funny because you would actually, like, literally what high MMR players do, and I think most players do it, but what specifically you would intentionally do is when you were going to initiate with Blink Dagger, you would hover the Blink Dagger to see the cast range, and then make sure you're blinking just before the indicator, right? Before the max range. Now you don't have to worry about that at all. Okay, Kaya no longer provides spell lifesteal amplification, and the mana regen amplification has been reduced by 10%, so big nerfs to Kaya. Just Yasha Kaya, one of the shittiest items in the game, No longer provides spell lifesteal amplification. Same thing for Meteor Hammer, because it builds from Kaya. Not shocking. Sange, 20% lifesteal and health regen amplification replaced with 16% health restoration. But I believe that's overall a nerf, right? I mean, the only exception to this maybe being a buff is when your hero has, like, let's say you're playing something like Lifestealer and you buy a Sange. You wouldn't get any spell lifesteal amp, but now you actually do. So things like your ult damage, your radiance damage, maybe even feast, I actually don't know how that one works, will be affected. So sort of interesting, right? Sort of interesting. Same thing with SNY, you know, health restoration now. So that's pretty interesting. It also, what this also means to me is that Sange and Yasha on spellcasters, right, must be a lot better because, right, let's say you're playing something like Skywrath. I mean, it's a weird example. Even something like Storm Spirit. I mean, you need a Kai on Storm still, but for the sake of the example, your spells are going to heal you, right, with this Sange and Yasha item because it has health restoration, this new stat that gives you everything. So it definitely makes SNY a more well-rounded item, a lot better on spellcasters. For instance, something like Ember Spirit, I would imagine, heavily benefits from this change, right? Because he would want to buy SNY for his ability to stay alive and split push without fear of dying, and now he just, I mean, you lost 5% status resist, which sucks a bit, but I mean, yeah, that's pretty nice for a lot of heroes. That's pretty huge. And Kaya Sange got the same treatment. Okay, Orb of Frost, cost increased by 50. Instead of reducing healing, health regen... Okay, I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes where it's like, instead of healing, HP regen, lifesteal, and spell lifesteal is now health restoration, which is effectively the same thing. Sure. Orb of Corrosion is a little bit more expensive. Same thing. Eye of Scotty is... Oh, Eye of Scotty is different now. So now it requires a second ultimate orb instead of a point booster. Whoa, it's way more expensive. 600 gold more expensive. It gives 35 all stats instead of HP and mana, which is better on like a Terrorblade that would buy this item, for instance. Right? You'd rather the stats. And yeah, same thing. It's just the heal restoration change. Same thing with Shiva's Guard. I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean, I guess they have to specify it, but yeah, it's the same thing for all these items. Bloodstone cooldown. So this item is 5 seconds better. Kind of whatever, but sure. It's better for Lesh. Eternal Shroud, you get more mana back when you get hit. Helm of the Dominator. Did they buff this item? Oh my god. I feel like this item's just good, honestly. Now it requires Crown instead of Diadem, and the recipe is really expensive. So it's a Helm of the Iron Will, Crown, and then a pricey... I feel like this is a buff, right? Because Crown is just a better item than Diadem. It's much more stats per gold, so this is just a buff. Also, the item is 75 gold cheaper. I don't know. I feel like Lycan is just has to be decent. This item is so much better than it historically has been. It literally gives, like, the gold and the XP for using it. I don't know. To me, Helm of the Dominator is just, like, a really good item. But even I actually think that part of the future of Dota might entail subs buying this item. I really believe that. I'll cover that in a full separate video one day. But I have that opinion right now. Slight buff to Helm of the Overlord because of the Helm of the Dom buffs. Glimmer Cape, Magic Resist, reduced by 5%. And the barrier, but the barrier is up by 75. Okay. So it's actually much better at saving allies. So it's probably a bit of a buff. Holy Locket, heal amplification decreased by 10%. Wow. I suppose the reason why they're doing that is because now it stacks with other sources of heal amplification. However, it's just a giga nerf to the item, right? There's a lot of heroes, for instance, like Treant Protector, that don't have some sort of innate buff of heal amp. I mean, most heroes kind of just don't, right? So pretty big nerf to the heroes that would want to buy, a lot of them that would want to buy this item. It's a bit rough, actually. Lincoln's gives a bit more HP regen, okay. Phylactery is a little bit better, Condo's a little bit better. Pretty sure those items are still garbage. Atos gives 3 less int and costs 50 more mana to use, which I think is reasonable. I think this item is like completely broken, so making it give a little bit of mana issues kind of makes sense. Right, because people would buy Atos without buying mana boots because Atos gave so much mana, but now it makes that line for heroes like Muerta a lot more awkward and Ringmaster. So yeah, you might have to buy mana boots first or like a Null Talisman. And same thing for Gleipnir. Okay, Radiance nerfed by 5 evasion. Definitely a nerf. Nothing crazy, but a nerf. Urn. Okay, now it requires Circlet instead of Fluffy Hat, which generally is a buff, but not a huge one. Recipe up by 40 gold. Total cost decreased by 55 gold. No longer gives 125 health, gives 2 all stats, which I would probably say is a nerf. Probably nerf. You'd probably rather the health. But okay, the item is cheaper, so like that part of it, I mean, definitely a buff. Let's go over the vessel now. You guys know I definitely like this item. Now requires DDM instead of Vit Booster, which, okay, is probably a better item overall. It's close. It's close. Depends what you're doing, you know, what you're going for. Total cost decreased from 2,780 to 2,725. Okay, because of the urn. No longer gives a lot of health, gives all stats. All right, so it's a more well-rounded item. And the health restoration nonsense has been nerfed as well. So, yeah, nothing crazy there. Vlad's got nerfed by 1 armor. What the? Is this item even that good? I guess it's like a Morphling nerf or something, right? Okay, I don't know. It's so weird. All right, artifacts. Oh, what is this thing? Orb of Destruction, out. Pig pole, no, out. Chipped Vest is bad. Trusty Shovel, out. Chipped Vest. Every time you're attacked, you return 30 damage. This is tier 1? 30 damage to heroes? And guys, no. What are these numbers? What are these numbers? 30 to heroes every time you're attacked? I mean, heroes like Wind Ranger, like don't skill your ult if you're against like, guys, I don't know, if you're Wind Ranger, if you're against Wind Ranger, just take 5 Chip Vest if you can. She's just gonna kill herself. Even Sniper is just gonna kill himself. Like, not completely, it's not that broken, but man, I don't know, these numbers are really high in my opinion. 20 to creeps, that's like really good for farming for a lot of heroes. I don't know, sus, I wanna say, that seems very good on a lot of heroes. Okay, Dormant Curio, passive, hidden potential, neutral, what? Neutral artifact you choose while holding Dormant Curio will have 30% increased potency. Provide an Unleash enchantment which improves some stats of the next non-Curio artifact that you'll choose while crafting. Improved stats will have a special icon in the description to indicate that it is the improved by the Dormant Curio. All improvements will be listed in the summary under each item section. This enchantment is tied to the next artifact you select. It will be saved as long as you keep the upgraded artifact. Selecting a new one will make you lose the Unleashed enchantment. Okay, it's a little confusing, guys. Basically, neutral artifacts you craft while holding a Dormant Curio have their potency increased by 30%, which to me basically makes it seem like you sacrifice your first artifact for a stronger next artifact. Maybe it makes the enchantment 30% better. So like if you take 1 mana regen, it's 1.3. I mean, it reads, it's a little confusing. That's something I'll have to test. Cobalt Cup. Active, 1 for the road. Increases movement speed of allies within 1,000 units by 10% for 6 seconds. Holy, that is so broken. Oh my god. 10% movement speed at minute 5 potentially? I don't know, guys. This is some BS. Pair this with the drums, your team is moving at haste. 8 minutes into the game. I don't know. Passive, Veiled. Whenever health falls below 50%, you gain 200% evasion bonus for 8 seconds. Each attack negated by evasion reduces this evasion bonus by 0.25% of its current value. Okay, so it scales down pretty quickly. Like the first attack will like guaranteed make you miss. The second one has a 50% chance. The third one 12.5, which isn't terrible. It's not bad. Oh, it has a passive. Veiled cooldown is only reset if the wearer dies or kills an enemy hero. Oh, no, that's not a passive. That's a nerf to the item. I mean, I guess it's a passive. Okay, so I don't know. This item seems bad. Okay, this item seems fine, but not great because you gotta die or get a kill. Cobalt Cup is OP and Chip Vest is OP. Dormant Curio, I don't know. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I don't know. I'll have to think about that more later on and get back to you guys. Gossamer Cape out. Talon out. Oof. Brigham's Blade, oof. Essence Ring, Dormant Curio increases life essence HP regen gain from 240 to 312. Kind of a lot. Damn, they have to put Dormant Curio for all these things. Talk about it. Mana Drought move from 1 to 2. The base mana restoration from 30 to 60, and the percentage from 4% to 5.2. I mean, oh no, that's with the Dormant Curio, my bad. They really have to say this for every single item? Man, this Dormant Curio thing is a grief. Honestly, it's just a grief. It's a grief because it also makes the patch look way bigger than it actually is. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I mean, come on. You're basically, like, this isn't a patch, it's just saying what Dormant Curio does. Which you could have assumed that Tumblr's toy would be 30% better if you had Dormant Curio. Is it Curio or Curio? You know what? Doesn't matter. Poor Man's Shield is back. 50% chance to block 30 damage from attacks on melee wielders, or 20 on ranged. Chance to proc is increased to 100% against hero attacks. Oh, 100%. Wow, I mean, doesn't seem bad. I mean, it's a lot of block. It is tier 2, but it's a lot of block. You know what I mean? Especially against certain heroes, the high attack speed heroes like Troll, or again, Wind Rangers, Snipers, stuff like that. These like instance-based blocks are very good. So kind of just matchup dependent how good that item is. Okay, Curio, Curse out, Ninja Gear out, Gale Guard. Curio. Okay, I'll stop saying Curio, but there's a lot of Jitty Pollen Bag, man, right for the season. I mean, I live in America. Let me tell you, the pollen's going nuts. It's terrible. Spreads pollen onto all nearby units, decreasing their HP restoration and dealing damage over time based on their maximum health. For 12 seconds, they lose 20% of their health restoration. It's not bad. It's a decent number. And they take 12% of their max health as damage, which also is not bad. I mean, I wouldn't say it's insane, but the big thing is that it's AoE. Right? So if you hit multiple units with this, it's going to be pretty damn high impacts. And really the big thing is just that reducing HP regen is just very good. So one of those items where, especially if there's a lot of healing on the enemy team, Huskars, Wyvern, Chen, you know, Pugnut, Io, stuff like that, you know, it's going to be a good take for sure. Psychic Headband returning as tier 3. The Pollen Bag is tier 3, my bad. So, I mean, still good, but definitely a bit more situational. I thought it was tier 2 for some reason. Active Psychic Push pushes the target enemy away from you, so Psychic Headband is back. It's the same thing, it just pushes people away, but really the big reason people took this in the past, I mean, the push away was always good, but it's because it gave cast range, so it doesn't give that. Curio, actually, I'm going to say Curio just for all the Curio changes. Valve deserves it. You guys don't deserve it, but Valve deserves it. Ceremonial Robe, out. Mindbreaker, out. Seal Totem, out. Crippling Crossbow, never mind. It's just another health restoration change and Curio change. Dezen Bloodrite, new item. Blood Invocation increases spell AoE by 15%, but spells now also cost health equal to 35% of their mana cost. Okay. I mean, honestly, it's pretty interesting. It's tier 4 though, which makes me think that it's pretty trash. It literally kills you, and it's a tier 4 neutral item. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely interesting, and 15% area of effect on some heroes, like for instance an Earthshaker, can be quite devastating. So yeah, I mean, it has its place, like some Enigma, Black Hole, that'll be pretty funny. RP, you know, all the mega abilities will be kind of classic, for sure. Just makes sense. Giant's Maul. I wish they would just make more 1, 2, and 3 tier neutral items. I feel like tier 4s and tier 5s just come up less. I mean, tier 4s come up enough, I guess, to be fair. Passive Crushing Blow. Your next attack is a critical strike that deals 150% of your regular damage. Hitting an enemy with an empowered strike weakens them, decreasing their movement speed by 10, attack speed by 15, and cast speed by 20. No mana cost, cooldown 15 seconds. Okay, I mean, it seems all right. It's kind of just a maul, so it's okay. It seems pretty bad. I'm gonna keep it stacked. Curio, Outworld Staff, active Self-Exile removes the caster from the world, so this is ODE, making them invulnerable and disabled for 0.7 seconds. Caster loses 5% of their max health in return. The damage is not lethal, but it mutes Blink Dagger and similar items after the effect. Okay, so this is just like a Manta dodge, 0.7 second mana dodge, but you can't blink afterwards, so it's obviously situationally really good against some spells. You know, you can dodge certain stuns and stuff like that. So, you know, if you need to like react to point targeted abilities, this is like a good option, no doubt. Definitely a nice option. It's probably instant. I would imagine it's instant, which is going to be better than having to like panic click BKB on like someone spooking you or something. Curio, Magic Lamp out, Pirate Hat out. Oh my, yeah, Book of the Dead. I hate reading tier 5s because like I literally have not played a tier 5 game in like, I don't even know the last time. I actually can't remember it. And when I took my tier 5, I think it was like Stygian Desolator, and yeah, it was pretty cool. It was fun, but I don't know. I feel like they should move tier 5s like a little bit earlier so that they come up more, because they're really interesting, but I don't know. There's like so many of them. They put so much effort into them, and I never get to play them, which is kind of sad. New tier 5 neutral item, Passive Exalted. Increases outgoing damage by 20%. If the wearer is killed, the item permanently loses the current enchantment and turns into Disgraced Regalia. Curio. Passive Fallen. Has nothing to provide to one who dared to die. Appears only to heroes that died with the Divine Regalia artifact. Since the 4th slot is taken by your current artifact, when recrafting items, it is possible to recraft Disgraced Regalia with working tier 5 enchantment. The usual Divine Regalia can still reappear among the other 3 choices. Okay, so basically this item gives you 20% damage amp, and if you die, you lose it. That's what I'm understanding. Fallen Sky. Dormant Curio increases Fallen Sky's damage over time from 60 to 78. Building impact damage from 75 to 97.5. Oh, I should have just said Curio! Helm of the Undying returning as a tier 5 neutral item. Passive death delays. Survive for an extra 5 seconds after receiving a killing blow. Enemy heroes dying within the 1200 units. Extend this effect by 5 seconds. Okay, so basically you can live for like hella long if enemy heroes die within it when you're in it. I mean, that's like pretty good, honestly. It's pretty good. It's only a 50-second cooldown. Alright, Minotaur Horn. Curio. Enchantment changes. These are kind of boring. I'm going to keep it a stack, so I'll just keep it brief. Attack speed enchantment, nerfed. Health, nerfed. Mana regen, nerfed. But it gives 100 cast range at tier 4, so Mystical is way better at tier 4, which is the magic resistance. That one is giga OP at tier 4. Quickened provides 15% evasion at tier 4. That is also insanely broken, so Quickened and Mystical way better at tier 4. Tough, which is the armor and damage, gives 40% knockback resistance at tier 4. I mean, okay, but it got nerfed otherwise. Vampiric gives bonus night vision at tier 4, which is pretty nice. Crude no longer gives slow resistance, which, okay, I mean, is a decent stat. It now gives health restoration, which is really good. So Crude is going to be fantastic at tier 4, which is health restoration and base attack time. Really good stats. It's basically like a miniature satanic. Very, very good. Wise now provides max mana. That's actually solid. Alrighty, let's get into the hero changes, the most exciting part of every patch, usually. Abaddon, Mephitic Shroud Facet removed. That's the one that made the shield really OP and reflect damage over time, sort of. Miscoil, ugh. Anything related to Miscoil usually is terrible. Also deals attack damage and applies effects from items and abilities. Ugh. Man, this is like his shard, which was just so bad. And I'm pretty sure self-damage when cast on enemy is increased, so it's not like you can even use it to poke people, because it just kills you more too. I mean, I guess you can like shield yourself and click Q on enemies, and it does like a lot of burst damage, so maybe there's something there, but I don't know. Okay, and Aphotic Shield now upgraded with Aghanim Shard deals 75% absorb damage to nearby enemies. Okay, so it's kind of just like Mephitic Shroud. They just like swap the shard and the facet around. So yeah, I mean, Abba Shard is fine, but you're not gonna like buy it for sure. I guess maybe you do, because it's just like Mephitic Shroud wouldn't explode, right? But now it will absorb the damage and explode, I assume, with the shard, which is actually pretty good. So I don't want to say Abba's bad or anything. I mean, I feel like the quickening with the new shard is probably pretty good. Dividends nerfed. That is the Alk facet. And a general buff to corrosive weaponry. Okay. At least it ramps up quicker. AA, the most broken 5 and probably 4 of the patch. Cast range reduced on Ice Vortex by 300. Radius by 25. Pretty rough. Aghanim Shard Cold Feet Stun Duration by 10%. It's not terrible. And the Frost Blast Bidden Duration at level 20 talent from 5 to 4. I mean, this hero's still going to be good. These nerfs aren't enough. I mean, Ice Vortex range is pretty rough because, you know, it's good for canceling blinks, pushing wave safely, chasing people, but it's still going to be just a very strong hero, no doubt. AM, okay, they buffed his 10 and his 15 and 20 talents a little bit, kind of whatever, I think. Tempest Double level 1 now grants Arcane Rune instead of Invisibility Rune. Ooh, I mean, that seems like a huge buff, right? You know, I really don't know much about Arc Ward nowadays. This hero just hasn't been in the meta, so I haven't spent the time to learn it. But this seems like a massive deal. Level 1? The Tempest Double infused with the bonuses of Power Runes for 12 seconds when created. I mean, that's like a massive buff, because you don't want Invis level 1. That's like so garbage. Arcane is like insane for casting your E and your Q, and I assume it works on Midas, right? So maybe this is pretty broken. Honestly, if this had a decent win rate last patch, it's gonna have a really good win rate. Slightly changed his talents, nothing crazy. Axe, sure. Battle Hunger is quite a bit better at level 1, 3% better slow. Bane, cooldown on Enfeeble is better. Wow, okay, I thought this hero was already good. Now they buffed Enfeeble. In the early levels, it's the same in max. Bat Rider lost 10 base movement speed. Oh, yeah. This is a long facet. Stoked rework. Also sets Bat Rider on fire. He's burning away 2% of his max health per second, but gains increasingly bigger bonuses to movement speed and spell amp over the duration, up to 40% and 20% max spell amp bonus. They're reached at the end of Firefly's duration and don't linger after. Bonuses increase and self-burn damage are applied every 0.1 seconds. Self-burn damage does not decrease. It is magical and non-lethal. I don't know how good this is. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know. I can't imagine it's that good. I mean, it just seems a bit cheesy. But sometimes cheesy's good, you know, Venom Jungle, hey, I beat some proteins with that, so you never know. Increases the max level of Sticky Napalm to 5, that's Arsonist. Number of times, +2 all stats can be skill decreased from 7 to 6, okay, that seems reasonable. At level 5 makes Bat Rider's attack apply 1 stack of Sticky Napalm. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Oh, they changed Sticky Napalm a little bit. Whew, okay, I hope they changed it enough, because let me tell you, 1 stack per attack is, last patch would be broken as shit. But this patch, okay, Sticky Napalm now applies 2 stacks on cast, which is kind of weird. Stack limit increased from 10 to 20, so you can really get it up. All per stack values are halved. Yeah, that makes sense. An Aghanim Shard rework removes the 20 stack limit and allows Sticky Napalm to deal 35% of its damage to buildings. So, Bat Rider Shard. I mean, basically this means Arsonist essentially gives you the old shard where you apply Sticky Napalm every other attack. That's what this, it just still is that, because it's 50% of the value. I don't know, this Arsonist might be very good. I'm gonna keep it a stack. It seems fine, because it's up to 5, right? Does it get better at level 5? I don't think so. Maybe it only gives you this. I don't know, it's probably pretty good. I see a lot of potential here for sure in right-click Bat Rider. Right-click Bat Rider really isn't that bad. It's a weird one. This hero, like, kind of was bad otherwise. It just got nerfed too much, so maybe it's just still held back by that. Beastmaster lost 3 agi. Oof. Damage at level 1 decreased by 1. Okay. Stacks granted upon using Primal Roar decreased from 10, 15, 20 to 10 flat. Wrap that shit up! It's dead! It's dead. There goes Drums to Slump. I want to say it's, like, still slightly playable, but probably not. I mean, the reality is you still can farm really fast. You still deal, like, 1 billion damage, even with this nerf. But let me tell you, not going to 20 stacks is a major decrease in your ability to burst people late game, which is rough. Removed Blood Rush Fasten on Bloodseeker. Replaces the spell amp with base damage amplification. The ability now also silences the target and can be cast on enemies. Increases cast range from 800 to 400. You can silence people? What is this? Base damage amp? What is base damage? Is your right click damage, right? I mean, what do they want people to do? Play support Bloodseeker and like silence enemies while giving them base damage? You can like silence enemies. You can like put it on a tiny carry and make him hit for like 40 billion at level 10. Bounty Hunter? Ally Fate Time? Okay, whatever. Brewmaster? Pretty whatever there. Cinder Brew, 3 seconds better at level 1 is nice, but nothing crazy. Earth Bruling attack damage increased by 5, 10, 15. That's pretty nice at level 1, 5 damage. But the bonus building damage nerfed heavily at all levels. Storm Bruling Cyclone now deals 75 damage when the target unit lands. I mean, that's nice. Helps you kill people early game. Okay, I mean, pretty nice buffs. I don't want to say this makes the hero like meta or something, but it's way better now. I could see like the spammers coming back out of the woodworks. Seeing red makes you see a little bit more now. Goo nerf. Wow, I can't believe it. They nerfed Bristle Goo. Base armor loss from 2233 to 1.52 2.53. So it just forces you to max it instead of leaving it at level 3 now. And the base movement speed slow from 15 to 10. Which is a big nerf, so yeah, just making it a bit rough. Added an auto cast. Right-click the ability to make Bristleback automatically cast it whenever it's possible. What? Guys, come on. How easy are we trying to make Dota? It's not even that it's good. Like, imagine you accidentally turn it on in the laning stage, you're just quilling. I don't know. There's no way this is, like, actually good. Okay, Broodmother, Spider's Milk. Always kind of a weird name, right? Buff is no longer dispellable. I didn't even know it was dispellable. All right. Level 10 talent, Spider Milk, hero health as heal increased from 0.5 to 1.5. Whoa. I mean, that seems like a lot. That's gotta be kind of crazy. Level 15, incapacitating bite dam attack bonus, 12. Isn't that insane? Hold up. Guys, what are we doing? Isn't that, I don't know, Brood stonks. What in the world? From 8 to 20 at level 15 on a hero that gets levels quickly? Oh my god. Ugh. I mean, Brood still has her problems of last patch, but I'm pretty certain, you can quote me on this now, Brood carry is gonna be hell if they're good at Brood. Now also counts non-hero damage taken from enemies. Oh, that's his facet. Cast range was buffed a bit. Okay. Wait, so can you build up double edge on neutral creeps? I don't know exactly what this means for Counter-Strike. Can you like build it up on creeps and then just like farm faster with it or something? That might be pretty OP, honestly. Maybe Counter-Strike Centaur is good. Glove and Chaos. This is what made Chaos Bolt bounce. I had someone play against me in a pub with this, where the Q, your Chaos Knight Q bounces. It's like for support Chaos Knight. I mean, that's what I saw it as. It was fine. All right, Chen, here we go. 2 damage. Let's go, baby. All right, Holy Persuasion. Bonus damage increased from 2, 7, 11, 15 to 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, that's a buff. Existing units now receive the benefits of Chen leveling up or improving Holy Persuasion. Normal ability points or talents immediately. Creeps maintain their percentage of health. No longer upgraded with Aghanim Scepter. Now Chen's teleporting units also receive the buffs of this ability when this ability is cast on Chen himself. That's nice. Basically, you can heal your creeps by recalling them. Hand of God, now upgraded with Aghanim Scepter. Reduces cooldown by 40. Hand of God becomes a channeled spell. After the initial heal, Chen can keep channeling the ability for up to 6 seconds to grant debuff immunity with 60% magic resistance to all allied units within 800 radius, with the exception of himself. This effect also triples the Hand of God heal over time for all units within the debuff immunity radius. So you can give BKB in an AoE with Ags? You just have to cancel it, but I don't know. It seems pretty good. All right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is one of my favorite heroes. No one plays it, but it's pretty cool that you can give AoE BKB with Ags. It is an expensive item, but Chen can farm a lot, so yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. They buffed to 15 talent, 20 talent, and the other 20 talent. Plus 20% Divine Favor Heal Amp. Wow, that's a lot of Heal Amp. But the creep HP is really nice. Klink's Burning Army, which is his Ags, 10 seconds cooldown better, and they nerfed his 15 talent. Clockwork has a new facet. Clockwork gains an ability to self-cast chainmail item to consume it. Each consumed chainmail provides him with +4 armor. Number of stacks is unlimited. Why would you do this? Why would you ever take this? Arcane Overflow. Allied mana restoration from 25 to 15. I don't know. No one takes this. I'm gonna assume it's still bad. Dark Seer. Agility gain decreased from 1.8 to 1.5. Cooldown on his Ags a little bit worse. Okay. Probably still a good hero. Dark Willow. Wow. Pixie Dust, the innate. Bonus HP regen increased from 100 to 150. And 100 to 150. If you don't know what this is, it's her innate, where if you pop Clarities or Tangos, or you earn yourself, because it's health regen, not healing, it's health regen, so it has to be things that affect your regen. Like Jug Healing Ward. Like Jug with Dark Willow is a funny combo. If you put Healing Ward on her and she clicks W, she like full heals. I'm not kidding. Instantly. And they buff the W as well by 1 second, which is something. It's a lot of buff. I mean, this is a nice Willow buff. It's actually pretty significant. Dawnbreaker base damage decreased by 5. Ooh, oh, damn. Now will it grant... Okay, that was just straight up 5 damage? What? Of something else? Now will grant the attack speed buff even if Starbreaker was interrupted. Okay, that's pretty huge for Star Surge. That's huge, pretty huge. Maybe it's broken, actually. Honestly, this Star Surge might be kind of broken. Break of Dawn is the innate. Ability of Rework, passive, can't be leveled up. Whenever the sun comes out, Dawnbreaker gains 25% bonus base damage and 20% bonus vision that decreases throughout the course of the day down to 0% at night. Okay, I see. So you lose damage in the lane, but you get like, when the sun comes out, you get like a bunch of damage and bonus vision, which, I mean, it's a lot. 25% and 20%, sure, it goes down, but like, it's a lot. It is definitely a lot. Okay, Dazzle. Cast range of Shallow Grave is 900 flat, which is 200 more than level 1, 100 more less than max. The duration is 4 seconds at level 1 now and 5.5 at max. It was 3.54, 4.55, now it's 4 at level 1. Oh, so it's 0.5 at all levels. Okay, it's actually not as good as I thought. It's still nice, though. And the heal amplification per 10 missing increase. So Dazzle Nothel Boon is probably okay. I still don't think it's great, but it's probably okay. Death Prophet, 15 damage on Crypt Swarm, which is really nice for the laning stage. It's a lot of extra damage, makes it way easier to secure creeps. The projectile on her silence is much better, and the 15 talent is better. So yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of DP. I think this hero is underrated right now, and this is like a reasonable bit of buffs. Disruptor, oh man. All right. Okay, Thunderstorm, Thunderstrike now also increases slow duration from 0.4 to 0.8. That's a lot. Fixed an error that displayed incorrect wall length. Okay. Transference increases the max level of electromagnetic repulsion. What is this? This is innate. 4 improves with static storm. Okay. Can be activated. What is it? This is like not even your ability. What? It's your innate. What do you mean it can be leveled up to 4? Oh, because it scales with your ult? Can be activated, pushing them away. Can be activated, targeting allied heroes or self. Manual cast deals damage equal to 10% of Disruptor's current health and sets ability on cooldown. 10% of his current health? So if Disruptor gets like some insane amount of health, can he just kill people? Probably not. This one seems broken. Basically, I'm pretty sure Thunderstorm, Disruptor is just broken. You should just play that one and just take the Thunderstrike stuff and buy your shard. Doom, item sellback percentage decreased by 5%. That makes sense. I feel like it was a little bit too good. And the mana cost on Doom, is actually better. And they buffed the Ags, which I'm not a fan of, but it's 50 radius bigger, which is actually a lot. Okay, DK is the same. Drow is essentially the same. Shaker, removed spirit, Chiron, innate ability. Tectonic buildup, radius increase, rescaled. Okay, sure. Tectonic buildup, radius increase, rescaled from 50 with every 10 hero levels to 40 with every level of Echo Slime. I mean, that's probably a buff because you're just getting it much earlier, so that's probably a buff. And now Slugger is innate, so now he has different facets. Enemy heroes stunned by Fissure emit an echo to each nearby unit within a 400 radius, dealing 60% of Echo Slam's current echo damage. Okay, doesn't seem that good. I feel like this Tectonic buildup is actually very strong though. So probably Tectonic buildup, and Slugger is now innate. Almost no values were changed, still improves with echo. Damage creep death decreased. So quite a bit less damage on the creeps. Aftershock, but they nerfed Aftershock just straight up to like balance it. So it's barely, I don't know. This all seems kind of cringe. I don't know, not a fan of it. Deconstruction. Armor reduction per second decreased from 1 to 0.8, and magic resist. Okay, so deconstruction nerfed pretty heavily. Astral Spirit no longer automatically rejoins Elder Titan on collision with him. Now requires the duration to run out or the return ability to cast. Oh, that's why I would accidentally hit it sometimes. I would run into it. I didn't even know that. Chain Gang Ember Spirit. Number of bonus units increased from 1 to 2. Unit count increased from 3 to 4. I mean, that's pretty nice. You can chain 4 people. It's cool. It's cool. Spellbound, enchant attack range bonus increased. So it's much better at level 1, but I don't think that's very significant. Impetus, mana cost rescaled, but it's more at max. Still a trash hero. Enigma, Eidolon damage. Wow, lost 4 at level 1. 2 better at max, but 4 at level 1 is brutal. The hero's probably still a fine cheese pick, but man, that is rough. Okay, Faceless Void, whatever. Grimstroke Fine Art. Grimstroke launches a mirrored curve stroke from his free hand. Each enemy can take damage from only 1 stroke, but still contributes to bonus damage accumulation for both. Reworked. So Stroke of Fate is now, the Fine Art effect on Stroke of Fate is now just part of the ability. It is now enabled by default. 20, 30, 40, 50 bonus damage per unit, replaced with separate values for heroes and creeps. Okay, so it's more for hero, less for creeps. That's reasonable. And okay, so you can just angle Stroke of Fate way easier now. It seems pretty nice. Pretty big buff. I would say it's a big buff, especially because you can take the other Grimstroke facet. I don't even think you want this. I'm pretty sure you take the other one. I could be wrong, but the other one's like really good. It's Instigate, which is great. It's the Inkspell can be manually detonated early, which is, it's really, really nice. So yeah, I mean, I would say a pretty big buff to Grim in that regard, where you can just take Instigate. I don't know how good this new Fine Art is. It doesn't seem great. It just seems a little fake. So yeah. Okay. Gyrocopter, 1 less base armor, but they buffed his Afterburn a little bit. All right. Go Nuts no longer increases buff duration, so is the ability is better. There you go. Wow. Okay. Hoodwink, big buff. Big buff. Acorn Shot mana cost decreased from 85 to 70 back to what it used to be a while ago when the hero was Giga Meta. And Scurry buff duration just back to its old glory of 3.5 seconds at level 1 instead of 2. It got Giga nerfed. So this hero, a lot better now. The question, what innate do you take? I think they want people to try this Hip Shot, which I was always curious about. 50% reduced cooldown, damage debuff duration, and windup times. Reduced by 25, turn rate increased by 33. I feel like it's got to be pretty good. Half cooldown? I don't know, I'm gonna have to try it. I'm gonna put this hero on my list. I mean, I'm sure Go Nuts is still just good, and this hero is just better overall, like much better overall, but I don't know, I definitely like the idea of the other facet, just like constant ultis is pretty cool. Aghanim Shard, movement slow increased from 40 to 50. Okay, Invoker, base damage by 4 increased. Damage at level 1 increased by 4. Okay. Why would they specify that? It's like, yeah. Intelligence gain decreased from 4.7 to 4. Aghanim Scepter no longer grants +2 levels to facet-centered orb and +1 to the others. Now grants only +1 to level 2 all orbs. Okay, so it's a nerf. Now has a new 15 talent. Removed facet-exclusive upgrades. Facets. Scholar of... Oh my god. Alright, so a lot of changes for Invoker here. Scholar of Corks. No longer gains the second additional level from Ags. Okay. No longer restores mana. Okay. I don't know, guy. I can't be bothered to read this Scholar of Corks. It's just too much. Is this good? You can like Ghost Walk on people with Ice Walk damage or something? I don't know. What is the new... I don't know. If you're an Invoker spammer, go figure it out. You're already enough of a nerd to know if this is good or not. They nerfed Cataclysm. This is the only thing that I'm actually interested. There's like a billion changes, and I'm just curious if this hero just does like a billion damage at level 2. Especially at level 3, right? So let's say you make a Forge Spirit. Hits for 24? And I'm hitting for... Yeah, I mean... At level 2, you just deal... Man, we're back to this shit where Invoker's just denying creeps from like 85 health at level 3. Because then when you hit level 3, you go to 4. You're just gonna be like, this is gonna be your inventory. I'm just hitting for, because the damage is also on this, right? 30. I'm hitting for, with the Forge Spirit at level 3, I'm hitting for 100. Oh, we're back to this nonsense. This is innate still the denies? No. I don't know, guy. I'm so out of touch with Invoker. He used to get, maybe they removed that. I totally forget. But I don't know, this hero just like denies from like 40% health. Look at this damage, what? Oh my god, it reduces armor, holy. Oh boy, all right. Yeah, I don't know, Exert Invoker. I want to say it's back. I don't know if it's good or not because I can tell that they nerfed some other stuff, but some goofy stuff. IO, removed Sightseer innate, Wellspring, new innate ability, passive can't be leveled up. Okay, consumable items and item abilities that restore health and mana over time affect IO twice as fast. Total amount of restored remains the same. This applies to Salve, Tango, Clarity, Bottle, Urn, Spirit Vessel, Polywog Charm, and Mana Drought. I mean, that's cool. That's very cool, actually. So you can really pump healing. I mean, that seems very strong, right? You just kind of get your Tangos out faster. Yeah, you just get your Tangos, your Salve. You can really burst. I mean, it's going to be very valuable to just have Tangos running in team fights. I mean, your Clarity with heroes like Storm is just going to run like crazy. So yeah, I mean, seems really nice. Probably a big buff. I mean, okay, some other changes. Oh, and they buff reload. So yeah, IO probably quite a bit better now. Chikiro, they nerfed the bonus damage on Liquid Frost at level 1, makes sense. And the Linger of Macropyre, that's actually going to make them lose some kills. They also nerfed the Ags a little bit. Blade Fury on Jug, damage tick interval is no longer based on his attack speed and has been changed to 5 ticks per second. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is better or not. I just don't know. I mean, he gets 90 Blade Fury DPS at level 20 now, which is pretty nice. I feel like this talent is always just like solid. Oh, but it's over healing ward hits to kill. That one is so good. I don't know. Recall, Chakra Magic is now only applied to the teleport target. Oof. So basically, when you used to recall his call, you would also get the Chakra, which was really massive. So I kind of want to say this hero's almost dead off that. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this hero's dead. Okay, not dead, but like way worse. Not dead, but way worse. Kez, HP regen, and 10 attack speed. Whoa. That's a lot. Is this hero in Captain's mode now? No? Shadow Hawk Facet no longer grants cooldown reduction. Indus crit bonus decreased. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know much about Kez. Katana Discipline no longer increases damage by 12. Now increases damage gained from Agi by 20. So it's valuable to buy Agi on Kez, basically, is what I'm reading here. Cooldown on Echo Slash is better. Bonus hero damage is slightly worse. Probably a buff for farming. Probably makes Echo Slash better for farming, especially with like Battle Fury. Grappling Claw no longer has lifesteal. It costs less mana. Lower cooldown. Okay, but this doesn't heal you. Kez no longer applies healing reduction. The damage per second was increased though, and the duration was increasing their level. So Kazure Katana is probably quite a bit better at level, especially 2. Man, I can't be bothered with all this Kez stuff. I'm gonna keep it real, guys. I don't know. I'm not a Kez player. I don't know much. This is so much. 1 second channeling was replaced with a 1 second cast time, still cannot be cancelled by Kez. It means it won't go on cooldown if the cast is interrupted. So basically, you get the ability back now if it's cancelled. That seems like a big buff. Strikes count increased from 2, 3, 4 to 4 flat, but the damage decreased. Okay, I kind of feel like it's a buff. Max health damage decreased. Okay, I guess that's kind of a nerf. Lifesteal against Elus now has an 80% penalty. Thank God. Why would you full heal off Elus? Falcon Rush provides slow resistance during the buff. Whoa, that seems very significant. Oh, but the secondary attacks are way weaker. But the cooldown's 2 second better level. I don't know. The slow resist is really nice, I'm sure. Maybe it's not that big of a deal because you're already rushing. Kind of hard to tell. Now inflicts an attack with True Strike and fixed damage instead of simply dealing physical damage. Sure, and the silence is longer now? Okay, it doesn't seem like they changed that much about Kez, like nothing crazy. The hero's like overall pretty similar. Rog Blossom now applies Ghost Ship Animal Run buff to Kunkka himself. I thought I already did that. Legion Commander now levels up with Duel. Her innate outfight them instead of increased. Okay, it's just health restoration, classic. Now applies when attacking enemy heroes that are equal or higher level than you instead of only higher level than you. Oh, wow. So I mean, that's huge. So if you're the same level as someone, you reduce their healing by 30% in the lane. For how long? 4 seconds. Oh, it increases your healing restoration. I mean, that's still massive. So like in the laning stage, guys, all you gotta do is hit someone and have a tango running. I mean, this hero is probably way better now. I mean, in the laning stage, it's just such a big buff to lane. You're just, when you're fighting people, your E is just healing you more constantly. Your W is just better, more consistently, because like you're gonna be the same level most of the time in the laning stage. Leshrac, okay. So you get more damage as mana at level 1, so it's a lot better in the lane. Maybe it's good. They nerfed his Shard. Lich removed Frostbound Facet. Now he has Evil Eye. Sinister Gaze applies an Evil Eye debuff that will deal an additional 10, 15, 20, 25 damage every time Lich deals magic damage to the enemy target. Amplifies received movement slows by 50. The Evil Eye debuff duration lingers up to 2 times the elapsed Sinister Gaze channel duration. Abilities and items that do not, probably not good. It doesn't seem very good. Okay, but Lich also, now the orb lingers for 2 seconds if there are no current targets to bounce to. The orb will bounce to a new target if one becomes available within the linger duration. Can now bounce and damage Roshan. I don't know. I'm going to say Lich is probably just still a fine hero. Lifestealer lost 2 base strength and 2 damage. They buffed Gore Storm. Okay. Feast is rescaled. It's a lot better at level 1. Like, way better at level 1. And the healing is a little bit... Okay, so it's better. It's much better at level 1, but it's worse at max, which I want to say is a nerf, because you mainly play this hero to scale. However, I mean, it's a big laning stage buff, so that's kind of nice, right? And he lost some strength, but, like, he got a laning stage buff, so it's probably not too bad. And, the creep... Okay. Honestly, this hero is still very good. Still a solid hero. Lina, they buffed her innate by a little. It's probably fine. And her Laguna is a bit better. Lion, Finger of Death, cooldown at level 1. Wow, finally it's better. Oh, they nerfed the Ags, though. The Finger of Death is now 10 seconds better at level 1. Okay. Gem of True Sight's passive True Sight now works when carried on Spirit Bear. Wow! Lycan, Summon Wolves? Oh god, not the Spirit Wolves, garbage. Wolf Bite can now be used on allied creep heroes. Alright. Get that Lone Druid Bear in there. And they buffed the 20 talent. Shockwave, slow duration, nerfed. And they made the Shard better, which no one, I'm pretty sure, plays around. Marcy got 0.4 agi gain, that's a lot. And damage per level increased. It's pretty nice. However, they nerfed her Q level 1, but buffed it at max. So Marcy, I would say Marcy's a bit better. Got a lot of agi, which is pretty nice. Especially considering she's universal. Mars, Dauntless, HP regen per extra enemy. So Mars gets more HP regen the more he and his allies are outnumbered by enemy heroes in a 700 radius. So if Mars is alone, if he gets left alone, he gets way more HP regen per extra enemy. I mean, it's pretty nice. It's actually, I mean, okay, I guess the radius got decreased, so it's like not much better. Medusa Snake deals less damage and steals less damage at max, more at level 1, which is kind of nice actually. And Gorgon's Grasp mana nerfed, which actually is a big deal, right? Because you're killing yourself when you cast the ability, so pretty big nerfs to Medusa. I want to say the hero is still decent, however, but the Gorgon's Grasp mana cost being 25 more at level 1 is brutal. Meepo, base armor decreased by 1, okay, whatever. Mirana, whatever. Monkey King. While Wukong's command is active, Monkey King gains a changing of the guard ability, which allows him to transform into any one of the soldiers. Upon cast, Monkey King takes the place of the soldier closest to the target location for 1.5 seconds, leaves another one in his stead. While transfigured, Monkey King is indistinguishable from the other soldiers and invulnerable, but can't issue commands. What in the world? So Monkey King can just hide in Wukong's? Like, I mean, it doesn't sound bad. It doesn't sound great, because, like, you're not hitting, but it's okay. It does mean that you don't get that, like, 4 seconds of walking in and out of it, which was really OP. Primal Spring cast range decreased from 1,800. Oof! And Jingu Mastery counter duration decreased from 7 to 5.5 at level 1. Oh my god, you can just walk off Jingu nowadays. Morphling strength gain decreased by 0.6. Base mana regen decreased by 0.5. Oof! They nerfed shift rate from 5 to 4 and from 20 to 16. My gosh, huge! Oh man, Morphling got gutted. I don't want to see the heroes dead. I definitely don't think it is. I bet it's still fine, to be perfectly honest. But okay, so I guess it's not gutted. It's a decently solid nerf though. Strength gain decreased by 0.6 is pretty rough. That does suck. Okay, facets. She now has quick draw whenever an enemy here is feared. Gunslinger proc chance increases to 1.5 base chance for 5 seconds. Okay, that's kind of cool. Each time Gunslinger procs, the remaining Deadshot cooldown is reduced by 1 second. That's also cool. Okay, I mean, that's pretty interesting. It's kind of incentivizing some sort of like core Mirana, but it's pretty cool. If you're attacking a lot, you just get the Deadshot like crazy, which is like very practical for some carry Morta. However, Ofrenda was already really good, but I don't know. Carry Morta is probably a lot better. It's definitely worth giving it a shot. She also has 2-second Pierce the Veil duration now. Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to incentivize carry Morta, and Morta is like way worse because you lost 20 talent. Naga got 1 base Agi, which is 1 damage. Deluge is no longer reduces enemy status resist. Oof, that kind of sucks. They buffed her ult a bit. Nah, it's kind of whatever. Nature's Prophet lost 20 attack range, removed Ironwood Tree and Facet. Ugh, okay. Soothing Saplings, healing mechanic reworked, now enchants all trees in a 1200 AoE around the sprout. Each enchanted tree emits a healing radius, no longer heals buildings. Heal per second increased by a good amount, and his 15 talent becomes Sprout heal per second. Is this enough healing? Like, Sprout is just such a short duration ability that Sprout is literally a 2.5 second duration, which means at level 1, it's like 50 health, which is just so average. It's insane. Nature's Prophet, good one. Okay, new facet. Whenever an enemy hero is killed by Nature's Prophet or dies within 750 range of him, 2 seconds later, a money tree grows in their place. Each tree spawns 2 gold bags every second, which can be picked up by any hero. Each gold bag grants equal to 1.5% of the killed hero's level. 1.5, what? Gold, 1.5 times of the killed hero's level. Each money tree has a lifespan of 3 seconds. Money tree provides 2 times Tango healing, similar Ironwood tree. This is terrible. You just don't get a real ability or buff. Instead, you get some terrible amount of money. This is trash. Oh my god. Alright, Necro. Mana regen per kill. Increased. Heal increased by a lot. Wow, Death Pulse is way better at level 1. And he gets a lot more mana regen, so Necro way better. And he got Ghost... Okay, lost Reaper Scythe cooldown. Oh, but you take Sadist stack duration, no? Ghost Shot cooldown's not bad either. Voidbringer's a little bit better. Okay, Nyx is a little bit better. Ogre got 2 base strength, that's a lot. And a buff to his Ignite. Okay, Ogre's quite a bit better now. 2 base strength is a lot. Omni Knight, Hammer of Purity is 0 mana. Now briefly slows. Now also increases attack range by 75 for the hit. Pretty nice, okay. Omni Knight has a much better E now. Oracle got 5 attack range. Now also foretells which power rune will spawn. Wow. Pressing Alt will now display which rune will spawn and a timer before it spawns. And they giga buff the cast range of Fate's Edict. Okay, Oracle, I want to say Oracle's like quite, I mean, not insanely better. Just solid. I think this hero's like very solid though, especially in average pubs. Definitely am an Oracle believer. OD got nerfed a little bit on his talents, probably still a solid hero. Double Jump is better now, so Pango offlane, back on the rise. PA, Blur is now an innate ability that improves with Coup de Grace, no longer dispelled when near enemy outposts, watchers, or base buildings. Now dispelled when attacking Roshan or enemy barracks. Now upgrades with Aghanim Shard, which decreases the cooldown. Anytime Phantom Assassin gets a hero kill, her ability cooldowns advance 60% of their max cooldown values. That's the Shard? That's pretty nice. But did she lose in Phantom Knives? Phantom Knives is the Ags, which is just really expensive. In Material is now a basic ability. Bonus evasion changed from 20% plus 1% per hero level to 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, I don't really know what this insinuates for the hero. I assume it's kind of a buff. I mean, this Shard is really good. It just, when you get a kill, your cooldowns advance, which is so nice. It makes a big difference for the hero in fights. PL got 0.5 regen. Spirit Lance is no longer upgraded with Ags. Phantom Rush is. Increases the max distance by 625. That is huge. Whenever you rush through enemies, he creates juxtapose illusions that attack them. That doesn't seem that good. Seems pretty bad. Phoenix, Hotspot, max damage and heal increased from 150 to 160, which is, it's really high, let me tell you. Puck Curveball now also makes Orb deal 5% of its damage every 0.5 seconds in its damage radius. Okay. That seems decent. Rot is health restoration reduction. Whatever. Decrepify, cast range buff at level 1. Huge, so big buff to Pugna. Let me tell you, this cast range going from 475 to 550 matters a lot in the early game. This ability was pitiful at 475. Queen of Pain, Bondage got buffed. And Shadow Strike movement speed reduction is better at level 1, but worse at max, okay. Ringmaster, if Ringmaster does not have a souvenir, he will be granted one upon death, instead of upon respawn. Ringmaster will no longer be granted a souvenir if he has no souvenirs and dies to a neutral creep or Roshan, okay. You could kill yourself last patch as Ringmaster to Rosh and get a souvenir. It was so funny. People would do it before the game started sometimes. Escape Act, mana cost increased from 80 to 120, it's kind of rough. Bonus movement speed decreased, okay, I mean, whatever, it's pretty negligible. Impalement Arts lost 25 damage at impact. That's pretty rough. Oof, okay. I mean, I would say Ringmaster's still a good hero, but pretty big. Oh, and they got rid of his 10 talent, the Escape Act cast range. Oh, that's pretty rough. I mean, Impalement Arts impact damage is pretty good, actually. It's actually pretty damn good, but I don't know. The Escape Act cast range was so nice. So, pretty rough. Rubik, probably still trash. Sand King, remove Sand Shroud and Dust Devil facets. Sand Blast. When Sand King attacks enemies in Sandstorm, he applies a debuff that blinds the target. Probably terrible. Each enemy hit by Stinger in innermost radius instantly emits a Caustic Finale explosion that deals 50% less damage. Yeah, I don't know if that's good or not. Caustic Finale does more damage, but less max health damage. Sandstorm Radius is much bigger. Once again, grants invisibility by default. Oh, that's pretty nice. Stinger Radius is worse. Bonus damage, better at level 1, worse at max. Okay, but, I mean, so Sandstorm is just bigger by default now, so he just gets kind of a free innate. So I want to say Sand King is just still very good now, right? If not better, it's my understanding. Because you get, like, this final sting sounds like it could be, like, solid. You know, it could still, I mean, especially on like oh, it's enemy hero. Okay. I mean, maybe you think about taking the blind and you just can fight back a bit. It's not terrible. I mean, blind duration, especially in some matches, it is good. I just thought it was like, you didn't get the good Sandstorm, so I thought in relation to that, it was terrible. Shadow Demon damage amplification from per stack from 2 to 2.5. Wow, that's like per auto attack. That shit is nasty. Shadow Fiend, oh, not this again. Oh, God. Movement slow per stack increased from 3 to 6 at level 1. Oh man, get me out. Hero kills now grant 3 souls. Feast of Souls is probably still terrible. Oh, it provides bonus movement speed. Okay, it's probably not terrible. I take it back. Is this hero back? Oh man, I hate Shadow Fiend. It's one of my least favorite heroes, genuinely. I really hate this hero. But Shadow Raze is just good again. It's just way better again. And movement speed? Like, you get 11% bonus movement speed? It's like a real ability now? I don't know. Carry SF might be back. You gotta pair it with something that gives it mana, but it's probably back. Alright. Massive Serpent Ward. Damage multiplier increased from 10 to 12. I mean, that's kind of cool. So now, Massive Serpent Wards makes it better. And on creation, wards now prioritize the closest enemy hero in their attack range. That's actually a big deal, because frequently, they would just like hit creeps and you would lose out on a lot of damage. That's pretty nice. Silencer removed irrepressible and reverberating silence facets. Increases the max level of Glaives of Wisdom to 5, number of times, plus 2 alt. Okay. Level 5 Glaives make them bounce 1 time to a random target. The bounce prioritizes heroes and costs mana. Or Suffer in silence. Silencer deals 10, 15, 20, 25% more damage to silenced targets and takes less damage from them. That doesn't seem that good. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That just doesn't seem that good. Okay, I mean, this hero's probably still fine. Like, realistically, probably still just like a fine hero, but you don't get reverberating silence, which was really nice. Like, the fact that people would still get silenced after dispelling it was like pretty obnoxious in some matchups. Skywrath Mage, 2 base in, 2 damage. It's actually really nice. Arcane Bolt cast range at 10. Is that lit? I don't know. Slaughter lost 1 base armor. Oh, but when he's in water, he gets 3 at level 1. So you just got to stay in the water somehow. Slark, Essence Shift duration decreased by 5 at all levels. That's actually pretty rough. Cast range on his shard from 600 to 400. So you really got to get close to save people now. That's mainly a nerf to that support Slark. It's been really popular as of late. Sniper, bonus attack range on take aim from 200 to 100, 150, 200, 250. No longer increases armor. This is the E active. Sniper's vision range is increased, and his field of view is restricted to a cone. Okay. So Sniper can just like scout areas really hard, but I mean, I don't know. It's like kind of cool. It's like pretty useful. However, the armor was actually very good situationally. If like Sniper got gone on by some Sven, he could click E and just get 20 armor and fight back, which is actually very practical. Okay, Sniper Desolate Radius decreased from 350, so it's easier to proc. Shadow Step duration is now 6 flat, and so is Haunt. Spirit Breaker, not reading that. Techie's got 10 movement speed. That's a lot. Wow, this hero is way faster. Templar Assassin, armor reduction from 5 to 3.5. Oof. Oh, and the shard minimum silence duration from 1 to 0.25. It's not even worth clicking it, basically. You really got to let that thing tick. Oh man, TA is way worse. I have a feeling the hero's probably still decent, but the thing is you don't really want to have to max your W, but now you got to put 2 points in it at least, which kind of sucks. Level 1 meld is way worse. Way worse. TB lost 1 HP regen. His Q is way worse. Meta damage down. Deimos, oh no. Terrorblade is dead, which is actually great. Timbersaw. Exposure therapy, which is his innate, which levels with his ulti, gives mana per tree killed. It is now better as it levels up. Flamethrower, building damage increase, so Timber can siege a bit better now, and his talents are also a little bit better. Tinker's Sup, you guys know, is broken. Base armor decreased by 2, which still keeps him at a very solid 5, and the damage on March decreased by 4 at all levels, which, that does hurt. The heal is still the same on heal bots, but I mean, you did want to deal a lot of damage with March, so this is pretty painful, I will admit. I think this hurts the hero quite a bit, but I still think it will be I still think this hero will be a very solid meta pick, just conceptually a very good hero. Okay, Tiny, Tree Grab. Attack range decreased, Grow, attack speed reduction, oof. So now he hits slower. Damage on Avalanche, oof, ugh. Oh my god, Tiny is much worse. I don't want to see Here's the thing about Tiny. It can get nerfed 40 billion times in a row, and it's still gonna get picked by people because it just repositions you, you know? It's a lot of nerfs again, you know? Treant, okay, it goes in the trees faster with its innate. Living Armor is 18 second duration level 1, which is 3 seconds longer. It's pretty nice, and its ulti is 10 seconds shorter. That's pretty good. Troll Warlord, main damage increase from 5, 10, 15, 20 to 10, 15, 20, 25. Demon's Reach no longer loses Cleave on death. When did he lose Cleave on death? What? And they changed the damage types of the Abyssal Horde. So the Warrior deals 25% less attack damage. So the Underlord's Abyssal Horde is like way worse. Undying, base damage increased by 2, and the damage and heal on Soul Rip is worse at level 1, but way better at max. So Soul Rip Undying. But they nerfed Holy Locket really hard, which was kind of the main build you would do with this Soul Rip. They really killed Holy Locket, so I don't know if you'd want to bother doing that. Ursa is the same. Venge got 2 Agi, which is really nice. Venge is going to be very good. I think Venge offlane is incredibly good, guys. You should consider playing it. I think it's like super solid. I mean, it was already solid. I already read this. I'm going to keep it a stack. Veno jungle is removed. Why would you remove it? Straight up. Oh my. No one even does it. Like, it's just, obviously, I'm very biased here because I'm the first person to really push it into the pro scene, and I've had a lot of success with it. And now it's just gone. It's just straight up gone. With this new play carrier, which just, I mean, it just doesn't seem good. It's like the crappy Veno Gale talent where like you create plague words when you Gale people, which is just like such a meme and not good. It's just not good. They buffed the Ags a bit, it's just not good. The wards are a little bit better, but not really. I don't know. Here's what I'll say. The plague wards, like, are kind of decent now, just like as an ability. They're quite a bit better, but just kind of sad. It's sad. I really do love Veto Jungle, so it's a little sad. Viper, poison attack, mana cost decrease. That's always really nice. This hero has heavy mana problems. So Viper quite a bit better. Void Spirit got 2 agi. It's really nice. And he got 1 damage at level 1. Aether Remnant deals more damage. His E deals more damage. Okay. I feel like Void Spirit's not a bad hero. Warlock no longer applies to enemies in Fog of War. That is rough. Let me tell you, you would frequently bond people out of vision. And I would do it intentionally. If you didn't even know this, you can bond people who just you don't even see. If you clicked it on a creep wave and there happened to be a hero there, it would just hit them. And it was pretty broken in that regard. I'll keep it a stack. It was pretty OP. Because in the laning stage, if I thought the 4 was in the tree near the creep wave, I would just click bonds and link them. You just can't do that anymore. And it's going to make you miss people in team fights frequently. Like, that you don't even realize you were aiming for. So, pretty big nerf to Warlock. The effect radius on Shadow Word from 300 to 225. I still think that in average pubs, this is going to be still a very, very good hero. But quite a bit worse. Especially this one, you'd be surprised how often it's making a difference. Tangled, bonus damage per hero increased from 12, 20, 28, 36 to 40 flat. Damage buff duration decreased from 6 to 3, 4, 5, 6. What is this related to? Shackle shot? I mean, it's definitely funny that you can like shackle someone and hit them twice for bonus 40 damage. The problem is you're not taking kill shot, which is very good. Power shot cast range increased. That's pretty cool. Damage, I mean, it's also practical in some cases. Focus fire is better, and the shard is worse. Winter Wyvern got some talent changes, nothing crazy. Witch Doctor removed Headhunter facet, now has Malpractice. When an enemy dies under the effects of Maledict, 75% of what the next burst damage amount would be is dealt to all enemies in an 800 units. This effect worked even if the enemy dies to the last burst of damage. Cask no longer deals bonus damage to creeps. Base damage increased by a lot. Now deals 20 more damage per bounce by default. That seems kind of nice. I mean, Cask just deals... It bounces 2 less times, which sucks a bit, for sure. You're going to lose quite a bit of chain stun if you found like a good 2-man Cask. But the nice thing is you get this bonus damage per bounce, and it just, like, Cask just deals like a lot of damage, frankly. Cask just is, if you hit a good Cask, it just is like, what, a 720 damage more per bounce? So does it go like 20 more damage, then 40 more damage, then 60, then 80? So is it like that where it's like Cask is kind of a nuts ability? I don't know. What are the other facets? Because this Malpractice, okay, it's Cleft Death, which actually has decent win rate effort. I'm actually pretty sure it's not good. This also just doesn't seem that good though. I don't know. Not a huge fan of the Witch Doctor facets. Wraith King lost 5 movement speed, 2 int. Denies on non-skeleton units now count. Denies on non-skeleton units now count towards skeleton charges. What? Oh, yeah, you can build up your skeletons so fast in the lane if you get some denies. You lost some life steal. No longer freezes reincarnation cooldown, so that's just a buff. Why did they, like, semi-buff Wraith King? I don't know. Like, being able to deny to gain skeletons is really, really good. It's really good. Like, if you're just, it's minute 8, you're alone in the lane, just deny some creeps. At level 1, you get a couple of cheeky denies. Maybe you have a free first wave. Your sup is a silencer and he's cooking it up. You just get like a full 2 skeletons insta. I don't know. Why does this hero seem better? I mean, it lost int and it lost movement speed, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. Pretty sure it's still broken. It's still gonna be 58% win rate or 57 or whatever the heck. Zeus. Trash 10 talent, odd 15 talent, he can cast a lot of Arc Lightning, and 25 talent is a lot better, but probably not a huge deal. Okay, that is the patch. A lot to break down. In tomorrow's video, I'll be covering my top 5 heroes of the patch, or maybe even 2 for each role. Depends how I'm feeling. Depends what I plan on doing. I will say, I think this patch was, I mean, it was huge, and there's a lot to look at. It did feel like a lot more of a buffs and nerfs rather than huge new changes, but there was a lot. It's a really nice patch. I would say SF is to look out for. Sand King still seems really good. Wraith King is probably still going to be one of the best pub heroes of the patch. I mean, Pugna, this Decrepify change is super good. The Sunray is really nice. What else looked really good? Pango's quite a bit better. The PA Shard seems really promising. Oracle is a lot better. Ogre is a lot better. I feel like Necro's a lot better. MP is trash. what else we got? Monkey King is a cute one, but I can't imagine it's actually that good. Medusa's probably, I mean, Medusa's way worse. I feel like Lycan has to be just solid with Helm Dom. I mean, this one is interesting. One of my coaching students is telling me about it, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's just like a pub thing. It's like which is fine. I mean, hey, you guys are probably mostly watching to win your pubs. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow. I'll really kind of go back through this very carefully and kind of like pinpoint what I think is broken or just what I see doing well in pubs. IO seems really interesting. Invoker definitely is a standout to me in the early levels. Just like really being able to deny seems pretty damn broken. So yeah, Hoodwink, pretty cool. And all right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Pretty cool patch, and I'm out. Peace.
And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the Game Leap website, where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.